there. Welcome to Yoga with Amber Kleid. I'm so happy that you found me today for your practice. We're going to do a slow flow today, get into the side body, maybe a little strengthening and stretching in the legs, and I'm really looking forward to it. I hope you are too. If you love this video, please give me a thumbs up, comment. I promise I'll get back to you, and if it calls to you, subscribe. I try to get a video out every week, and I just love to be able to pass on my love of yoga to you. So if you want to start with me to come into your mountain pose, so you're going to probably want to be at the front of your mat. I'm just going to be in the middle of mine so you can see me. And let's begin by bringing our hands to our heart space. Lengthening up through the spine, maybe closing the eyes, tucking in the belly a little bit, relaxing the tailbone, letting the elbows reach out from side to side. And just allow yourself to take a couple of deep breaths and just maybe notice the soles of the feet pressing into the ground, into your mat. Relaxing in the knees, maybe a little bit of a tension in the quads, in the upper thighs. I always like to mention, my neighbors do have dogs, so you might hear a pup from time to time. And I'd love to invite you here to set an intention for whatever your class entails for you today. Maybe it's a space for you to step away from work at your lunch break. Maybe it's an opportunity for you to escape from the family, and that's not a bad thing, taking some time off for yourself. Or maybe it's just an opportunity to let your body move and feel. And then once you've set your intention, I invite you to take your hands and place them behind your head, clasping the fingers together, letting your thumbs rest down on the neck so your head can rest back. And take a nice deep inhale and stretching up through the ribs so you can feel your spine just lengthening, and maybe a nice little stretch through the front of the belly. Elbows are going to open to the heart space, or so you have an open heart space. Breathing in deeply. And then we're just going to exhale and let those elbows come together. Roll the chin to the chest. That is it. Let the breath go. And then inhale back up. So kind of like a standing cat-cow, if you will. Breathing deeply into the heart space, and then let that exhale release, and notice through the neck and the spine how it feels. And then inhale, bring it up. And exhale, elbows towards one another, chin towards the chest. This time, inhale up. Take a little twist to the right, and then exhale, dropping the right elbow down, lifting the left elbow high. We're going to take one big breath here, getting into those rib muscles. And release. And then on your inhale, slowly draw yourself up, connecting to that core. And then pause and take an exhale here. And then inhale. And exhale, elbows together, chin down. Inhale, open the elbows, open through the ribs. And exhale to the side, left elbow down, this time right elbow to the sky. Take one big beautiful breath here, breathing into the ribs. And release. Inhale, connecting to that core, drawing yourself to center. Exhale, elbows together, towards one another, not necessarily together. And then inhale, open up the heart space. I'm going to separate my feet just a little bit here. So my feet are maybe about hip distance apart, maybe a little wider. And you're going to take a nice deep inhale here. And as you exhale, leaving the hands at the back of the neck, we're going to start to roll down. And just one word of caution here, watch your low back. Engage through that belly, bending your knees as needed, and just allow yourself to drift towards your toes with the crown of your head. Take a breath here. Notice where the stretch is happening. Notice what feels good. Maybe you have tight hamstrings and you can feel this up and down the back of the leg. And then when you're ready to roll up, bending the knees just a little, engaging through the quads and your glutes and pressing into your heels and draw yourself up. Rolling up might feel good, or if you have low back issues, you might just connect to your glutes, keeping a straight spine, using your legs to draw you all the way up, and release, open heart. Big breath here. And as you exhale, we'll do that again. Slow, slow, slow. There is the tiniest, whitest spider I've ever seen crawling on my toe. You know, a few years ago I would have freaked out, but I'm okay with it now. They have their place. Not necessarily on my toe, but, you know, what are you going to do? And then when you're ready to inhale, connect, connect, connect. Heels to the ground, quads, glutes, belly. Lift, 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 lift. Open the heart space. And release the hands down by your side. And then we're just going to take a gentle twist here, just a little bit, side to side. Make sure your knees are bent. If you want, you can widen your stance just a little bit, making sure that your knee bends with your leg. The last time I was out here recording, it was so hot and I had my black mat. I burnt the grass underneath my mat. You can't see it right now because I've got my mat on it, obviously, but there's a nice big rectangle on my grass. Oh, keep it going. Let the breath flow. Inhale and exhale. Oh, I see what you're doing. Little spider started to build a web on my leg. All right, so slow down. Taking pause. I'm going to go ahead and meet you at the front of the mat. So again, connecting the soles of the feet to the ground. Now we're going to let our shoulders roll back naturally and let them kind of sink down the back. Palms of the hands are open, little bend in the knees. Let's take a nice deep inhale, fingertips to the sky. And exhale, we're going to float all the way down. Take an inhale, find your flat back, please. And exhale, release it down, fingertips to the mat. We're going to bring our right foot all the way back and we're going to drop that back knee down. And we want to make sure that our front knee is above our ankle and that we are planted securely with the foot in front, pressing the top of the back foot down, and breathe in. Find your crescent lunge. And we're going to take goalpost arms, but we're going to hug those shoulder blades back, giving those shoulders a break. And exhale, bring those hands forward and sink your hips back. See if you can keep the sole of your foot down so we can get a nice little stretch through the front of our shin here, relaxing the neck. And then when you're ready, breathing in, draw that knee forward again. We're going to bring the hands up and hug those shoulder blades back. So good if you're in front of the computer all day, giving those back muscles a break. And then inhale and exhale. Hips come back. Hips. Drop the hands down to the ground. Soften the neck. Knees can be bent, or your front knee can be bent. Obviously, the back knee is bent. And let's do that one more time. Breathe it in and up. Find that connection of the shoulder blades to the back, almost like you're squeezing a little pencil. And then breathe in and exhale, soften down. This time, I invite you to rock back and forth. Flex and point the toe. You can drop the toe from side to side if you'd like. Good. Go ahead and come back into your low lunge here. Right hand to the ground. Take a deep breath in, left hand to the sky. Take a deep breath. Let any worries and cares go. Enjoy the space that you're in. Don't let any negative talk sneak in. And on your next exhale, go ahead and bring the left hand down. And we're going to just walk the left foot off to the side, and we're going to come into our lizard pose. So we're going to find a little bit of space here in between the hips, or for the hips, I should say. And I just invite you to kind of drop the hips down a little bit, finding a nice stretch, and then maybe even rocking that knee from side to side. We'll just be here for 2 breaths. Soften the neck, palms are pressed into the ground, strong in the arms. And then when you're ready, go ahead and walk that left foot back. Turn that right toe, right toes under, lift that right knee, and bring that right foot forward, finding your forward fold. If you need to, you're welcome to use a block here. I always advise it if you have low back pain, because we don't want to just dangle and pull on that low back more than we have to. If we can give it a little structure, it works out better. A little structure and stability. And then when you're ready, bending through the back, your booty, bend it down, big breath in, connect to the glutes, fingertips to the sky. And we're just going to exhale, hands towards thighs. Let's breathe in and up. And exhale, float it down, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, release it down. Left leg's going to come back this time, and we're going to drop that back knee down. Again, finding your stability in the right foot this time, keeping that knee above the ankle. And it just kind of depends if you want a little deeper stretch in your hip flexors, the front of the thighs, if you want to walk your knee back a ways so your hips dip down, or if you want to keep your knee at more of a 90-degree angle. And make sure that your knee is comfortable. You can use a blanket or double up on your mat. And then when you're ready, let's breathe in and up. Bring those elbows down, shoulder blades hug. And inhale, fingertips reach up. And exhale, drop those hips back if you can. Keep the toes and the soles of the feet, sole of the foot on the ground. Stretching through the calves, the front of the foot. Stretching through the shin. I'll get it right, I promise. Breathing in and up. Come back into your lunge, fingertips to the sky, crescent lunge, drawing shoulder blades to back. Hug, hug, hug. Breathing in, fingertips to the sky. Exhale, release the hips back, coming into your half runner's lunge. Let's do it one more time. Breathing forward, inhale. Exhale, elbows towards one another, hugging the shoulder blades in. And then inhale, exhale, float the hands down. Point and flex the toes, rock the foot from side to side. And then go ahead and rock that knee forward and heel toe your foot to the end of the mat, to the side of the mat here. And we find our lizard pose. And again, you can drop the hips down a little bit here. You can kind kind of open and close the knee. And just pause and breathe for a few moments. And we're going to walk that foot back in, framing the foot with the right and left hand. Turn the back toes under, lift that knee, come back to the front of the mat. Good. Take a deep breath in, roll all the way up, fingertips to the sky. And exhale, hands to your hips or sides. Breathing in again. This time, we're going to grab the left wrist with your right hand and exhale, reach to the right, let your left hip sink to the left. So the weight is going to go into your left foot. Connect to the belly, draw yourself back up to center and switch your grip and exhale to the left. Weight of your body moves into the right leg, stretching through that right hip, right side body. Breathing in and up. And exhale, float it down. Find your forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands to the mat. And this time we're going to bring our right foot back. And we are going to leave that knee up. Right hand's going to come down to the mat. We're going to breathe in and up, kind of rainbow the hand up and over. And reach it towards your heel and take your gaze back. And notice maybe how this feels a little bit differently from then just raising the hand to the sky. And then when you're ready, we're going to inhale and we're going to draw the hand opposite way, so rainbow it all the way back, framing the feet and dropping the back heel back and straightening out the front leg. So we come into our pyramid pose. And if you need blocks here, awesome. It's sometimes helpful when you have shorter arms to have the ground a little bit closer. Go ahead and draw the knee forward. We're going to do that again. So inhale, stretching the hand forward, and then all the way back. Relaxing, taking one breath here. And then on your next inhale, draw it up and over. And as you exhale, place the hand down, stretch through that back leg, and we find pyramid pose, lengthening through the crown of the head. And see if you can find more of a flat back position here. Your neck is soft though, and your shoulders are soft too. Pressing into the front big toe. Let's do that one more time. Breathing in, coming back into your lunge. Take a exhale here, and then when you're ready on the next inhale, we're going to roll the hand up, rainbow it back, reach towards your toes, press through that back heel, strong in the quad on the right leg and pressing into the heel of the left leg. And then on your next inhale, slowly sweep it up, and as you exhale, stretch it through. Nice job. Go ahead and bring that knee forward. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to come back into our forward fold. And then when you're ready, drop into the booty, drop into your heels, and connect to roll up. Big breath in. Lots of positive energy. And exhale. Float it down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, release. This time, you got it. Left leg's gonna come back, and we're gonna repeat that on the opposite side. So getting into your low lunge here. Making sure that your knee's above your ankle. Pressing through the back heel. Let your left hand come to the block or the ground, and on an inhale, start to reach forward with the right hand, and then rainbow it up and back. Reaching towards your feet. And inhale. Stretch out the front leg on the exhale, dropping into that back heel. Soften the shoulders, relax the neck. Press into the big toe. See if you can find ease in our effort here. And if your front knee, if if it can't straighten, that's okay. Please don't pressure it to do so. There's no bullying in yoga. And then go ahead and bring it forward. Big breath in. Up and around, rainbow the hand. Stretch it back. Look over that shoulder and relax that shoulder. Keep it away from your ear. And then inhale up. Place the hand. Exhale. Drop the heel back. Right hip back. Press into the front big toe. Lengthen through the spine. One more time, you've got this, bending through that front knee. Inhale, here we go. And reach it back. My cat is off screen, but she has found the only piece of shade in the yard. She's smart. Inhale, bring it up. And exhale, last time, pyramid pose, beautiful. And this time, go ahead and come into your low lunge again, and we're just going to drop that back leg down. If you have blocks, set them off to the side. And we're going to go ahead and draw that right foot back and come into a seated position. And rest your back down. Bring the soles of the feet to the ground, palms to the mat. Let's try a few bridge poses, but we're going to add a modification here, or a variation, if you will, not really a modification. Pressing into the soles of the feet, let's take an inhale. We're going to lift those hip points up, and we're going to pause here. Where you find a spot that feels comfortable. Some of us may be rolled all the way up into our shoulders. Some of us may be lower. We're going to hug those glutes in, connecting and protecting our back. And we're going to lift our right leg up. And we're going to hold for 5, 2, 1. Release it down. Slowly roll upper back, mid back, low back, tailbone. Whew. Pressing into the soles of the feet, lifting up on an inhale. Squeeze those glutes. And as you exhale, soften into wherever it is that you are, pressing into the soles of the feet. And then when you're ready, lift that left leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Soften it down. And release. Roll all the way down. Bring the knees into the chest for just a moment. Take a breath. Roll out the ankles. And then go ahead and drop the knees to the right. So if it feels good, you can maintain an open chest. If it doesn't feel so good to take such a deep twist, you can put a blanket or a block underneath your right leg, and you'll get plenty of twist. We don't want to go too far into our twists if our body doesn't want to do it. And just breathe. So we can imagine as we are in our twists that our body is detoxing and letting go of things like tacos or cheesecake. Just toxins in the body. You know, we take in so much, even through the air. It's not just through what we eat. So it's good to give ourselves a little rinse. And then let's go ahead and connect to our belly just a little bit so we can protect that back. And take the left leg and start to move it over to the mat and slowly draw yourself back to center. And let's go ahead and hug the knees in one last time. And then when you're ready, go ahead and drop the legs to the opposite side. finding your breath. Noticing if there's any spaces that you feel like you're holding tension. And if you can't let go, it might be that you need to kind of pull back on your twist. But sometimes, because we don't lay in these positions all day long, it's just our body not quite used to it. So if you give it a few breaths, oftentimes it will relax. Two more breaths. Perfect. Connect to the belly. Start to roll and open the right leg, setting the sole of the feet on the ground, and then the left comes in. And then if you want to, one more time, go ahead and draw those knees in. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and do that. And I'm going to invite you to come into happy baby. Drawing the soles of the feet upwards. Let those knees drop on the outside of the armpits, and the hands wrap on the outer part of the feet. You can even sneak in a little foot massage here. How cool is that? And just rest and relax. If you want, you can stay in stillness, or you can play around like a little baby would and kick your heels into the sky. You can drool on yourself if you'd like. Why can't adults do this like out in public anymore, you know? Babies have absolutely no worries. I guess that's why we joined together to do this in yoga. Oh, all right, go ahead and release the legs down to the ground, and I invite you to stretch them out long. And I invite you to, oh, hello. I invite you to reach your hands out long and take a big stretch. Hugging in all the muscles. Flexing the toes, stretching through the hands, make lemon squishy face. Hugging the belly and the chest, the arms, the legs. And then release. Beautiful, beautiful work today. So let's just rest for at least a minute together. And just recognizing the work that you've done. The time that you took for yourself, whatever the reason might be. Bringing in oxygen to each and every cell. And loving on yourself for a short time. Hopefully that feeling will carry with you off the mat today. And maybe other people will notice that you're glowing. And you can just tell them, I took time for myself today. If you'd like to stay here a little while longer, you're welcome to. Otherwise, go ahead and bring the soles of the feet to the ground, and we're going to roll to one side, using our palms to press us up into a seated position. And we meet here. Bring palms together at heart space. I honor you for meeting me on the mat today. Thank you so much for your time. I'm honored. Namaste.